Good morning to all of you. This is the third video lecture on synchronous motor drives in the PhD subject. So, before going to today's topic, let us summarize the contents covered in earlier class. So, in earlier class, we discussed about the speed control of synchronous motor. Speed control of synchronous motor exclusively on stator side is only possible because rotor is always magnetically locked. So those schemes are discussed in two modes. One is the separate control or open loop true synchronous mode. Another one is self control or closed loop mode. So individually, what is the separate control of synchronous motor, as well as the what is the self control of synchronous motor, and the differences or comparisons between the self control as well as separate control modes are discussed in the earlier class and finished with a problem belongs to V by F control method. So let us start the today's class with the self-control synchronous motor drive employing a load commutated inverter. See here, it is the second type of speed control scheme, such as the self-controlled synchronous motor drive employing load commutated inverter. Yes. So already while discussing self-control synchronous mode, we differentiate the what is the line commutated inverter as well as load commutated inverter. Line commutated inverter is one whose line voltages are used for the firing, that means commutation of the thyristors, is known as the line commutation inverter, whereas motor voltages are used for the both commutation and control of the inverter. Such inverter is known as the load commutated inverter. So now you have to consider this is a LCI, load commutated inverter self-controlled synchronous motor operation. See here, a self-controlled synchronous motor drive employing a load commutated thyristor inverter as shown. This is the complete configuration of the LCI module. Here, a three-phase AC supply. It is fed to the a source side converter, and this is again fed to an inverter, load side converter, and synchronous motor here. And the rotor is excited with the DC supply. So synchronous motor, how it is to be represented in the sense, a induced voltage in series with the inductance of the stator. So when such type of schemes are to be implemented, what is the importance of load commutated inverter? So when power rating exceeds more than 1000 HP, yes, so at that time it is very more competitive to the induction motor drive in adjustable speed applications. So therefore, for high rating, that to high rating in the sense efficiency is more important, control is more important, quality is more important. In all these cases, the synchronous motor gives a tough commutation to the induction motors when the rating is exceeds more than the 1000 HP. So let us see. This scheme has two converters. One is the source side converter, another one is load side converter. Is so the AC supply, three-phase AC supply is fed to the a source side converter. It is a three-phase 6-pulse fully control converter, and the converter, what it does, the three-phase AC supply is to be converted into DC, that is VDS, is the output of three-phase fully controlled rectifier, and this VDS is to be passed through a filter. So filter is always improve the performance of the waveform or improve the quality waveform and fed to the line commutated, fed to the load commutated inverter. See here, this inverter again converts the DC into AC and fed to the synchronous motor. So, synchronous motor here is represented by an internal induced EMF. This is the internal in each phase internal induced EMF in series with an inductance of the stator wind. Yes. So, the frequency and pace of the stator currents are synchronized to the rotor. Why? Because synchronous motor is always rotating with a synchronous speed. The rotor is always tracks the synchronous speed. That's why the frequency and pace of the stator currents are synchronized to the rotor position. So, now let us discuss the what is the operation of this scheme is. So, source side this one. So, you also keep this one for reference purpose. See here, source side converter as per our discussion. This is a 3-phase 6-pulse line commutated fully controlled rectifier. So, when the firing angle of this, I am talking exclusively about the source side converter. The firing angle of this converter is 0 to 90. That means that 0 less than or equal to alpha s less than or equal to 90 degrees. It acts as a line commutated fully controlled rectifier. During this, output voltage and output current both are positive. When the firing angle is changed from 90 to 180 degrees, it acts as a load commutated inverter. During this, output voltage is negative and current is positive. That means that in this particular time, from 0 to 90 degrees, it acts as a rectifier so that the power flow from source to the motor. But it acts as inverter at that time, the power flow from load to the source. So therefore, the output voltage is negative and current is positive. Yes. So the triggering angle, this is the alpha S. Alpha S is source side converter firing angle. Alpha is L is the load side converter firing angle. And here, see here, alpha S. These two are represented in belongs to the source side converter. The triggering angle is measured by comparison of induced EMF voltage with the supply voltage. Yes. So, you see here, for 0 less than or equal to alpha S less than or equal to 90 degrees, alpha S, this is the first converter firing angle, and 90 degrees less than or equal to alpha L less than or equal to 180 degrees, this is the firing angle of this second source side converter. At that time, VDS is greater than VDL. That means that source side has high voltage than the load side voltage. So therefore, the source side converter works as a line commutated rectifier and load side converter power flow from AC source to the motor, thus giving motoring operations. So motoring operation in the sense motor accelerates everything. When firing angles are changed such that the source side has 90 to 180 degrees and the load side has 0 to 90 degrees. So therefore, the load side converter operate as a therefore the load side converter operated as the load side converter. There is a see here 0 to 90 degrees in the sense this is a rectifier. Yes, here it is to be mentioned as a inverter. Let us change it is rectifier. Yes. So that means the 0 to 90 degrees always it acts as a rectifier. So the load side rectifier operates, load side converter operates as a rectifier. In this case, power flow reverses, the machine operates in regenerative braking. So the magnitude of torque depends upon the difference between the voltages, and the motor speed is always controlled with help of the firing angle of the source side converter. Yes. So this is the way the power flow is either from source side to the load side, otherwise load side to the source side. At that time the converters are change its operation from rectification to motoring, rectification to inversion, and inversion to rectification. Yes. So when working as an inverter, the firing angle has to be less than 180 degrees. Already we discussed in static Scair-Bies drive. For safe commutation of the thyristor, so we always maintain the 180 degree, always the inverter firing angle maintains less than 180 degrees because of the care for commutation, overlap, and turn of thyristors. So the commutation angle for load side converter is given as always. That means that it is always less than 180 degrees. Is so beta L, beta is denoted as the commutation angle, which is equal to 180 degrees minus alpha L. Is so the commutation lead angle is low. What is the impacts of the converter? The commutation lead angle is low, that is negotiable or neglected. Due to this, higher the motor power factor and lower the inverter rating. So higher the power factor and lower the inverter rating, in the sense inverter rating is reduced means the cost is reduced. When good power factors is required to reduce the converter rating. So therefore the converter is operated under the constant margin angle control or the constant marginal angle control. The aim of this scheme is to keep the converter rating is lower so that the power factor has to be improved. Is so similarly, so if commutation overlap of thyristor under commutation is subjected to reverse bias after current through it has reduced or fallen to zero is given by this the commutation constant margin angle, which is gamma is equal to beta L minus mu, where mu is the commutation overlap of thyristor under commutation. Mu is the commutation overlap, commutation angle, this is the constant margin angle. So for successful commutation of thyristor, that means the turn up of the thyristor, gamma is greater than TQ originally. To remove the proportionality constant here, this gamma is equal to omega into TQ, where TQ is the turn up of the thyristor and omega is the frequency of motor voltage in radians per second. It's the angular velocity. So gamma is the constant margin angle. Yes. So this is the scheme of the self-controlled synchronous motor drive employing load commutated inverter. Load commutated inverter means the motor voltages are used for firing as well as control of the inverter. That is the reason this is known as a load commutated inverter. Yes. So next we need to go through the constant marginal angle control or closed loop speed control, closed loop speed control of load commutated inverter pad synchronous motor drive. So this is nothing what we discussed earlier, that is the LCI. This scheme is, so this scheme is to be operated in closed loop terminology known as the constant marginal angle control. Constant marginal angle control or closed loop speed control of load commutated inverter pad synchronous motor drive. So all this belongs to the self control mode. Is so what this scheme has, this scheme a source, a load side converter, a DC link or filter, a inverter, a synchronous motor. So nothing. This is also similar, a 3-phase AC supply, source side converter, and the source side converter converts the AC supply into DC. The converted DC is passed through the a DC link for purification or improving the waveform quality, and that is fed to the load side load side converter, so that it converts DC into AC and fed to a synchronous motor state. Yes, this is the generalized diagram which is discussed earlier. So see how the constant marginal angle is to be framed here. So it has simply the speed is to be tracked with help of a tachometers, and this is to be compared with a a speed reference speed and error is finding, and we can decide the motoring or braking operation, and simultaneously speed control through a current limiter, and here there is a current loop here. This current loop will control the magnitude of ID. So this is the closed loop speed control of load commutated inverter synchronous motor drive. So let us see what is the operation here. Basically, why we go for the such type of schemes, this is the important here. So the operation of the inverter at minimum safe value is the constant marginal angle control, which gives the highest power factor and also maximum torque per ampere of the current. So this allows the most use of most efficient process. This is both efficiently used both load side in inverter as well as the synchronous motor. Yes. So when we use the a constant margin angle in the synchronous motor drive, in the sense it gives the highest efficiency in converter side as well as the motor side. So therefore the power factor is very high. Yes. So this figure shows the a constant marginal angle control consisting of outer speed loop, is outer speed loop, and inner current loop, is inner current loop with a current controller. So the converter side of the DC link, the source side converter of a DC link has a current regulating mechanism. Yes. So this current regulating mechanism because of the current source inverter, is current source operation. So the regulated current fed through the load commutated, whatever may be the regulated current through this loop. So this regulated current fed through the load commutated inverter, which supplies a square wave line currents to synchronous motor. Is so the terminal voltage sensor, this see here, the terminal voltage sensor generates reference pulses same as the machine induced voltages. Is machine induced voltages already represented in the earlier discussion. So it generates the reference pulses same as the induced voltages. So the phase delay, see here, it generates the pulses and fed to the phase delay. So phase delay circuit shifts that reference pulses suitable to obtain the a constant commutation angle beta LC. See here, it produces the reference pulses same as to that of the induced voltages of the synchronous motor. So this pulses, the phase delay circuit has shifts these pulses to the suitable to obtain beta LC. Beta LC is the constant commutation lead angle beta LC, constant commutation beta angle, is depending the sign of speed error. Here another important connection is also there, depending upon the speed error sign, either positive or negative. So BLC, this is the constant commutation lead angle, should decides the motoring operation or braking operation. Yes. So nothing here, the terminal voltage sensor, otherwise a tachometer, which generate the reference pulses same as to the induced voltages of the stator and supply to a phase delay circuit. Phase delay circuit shifts the reference pulses suitable to obtain the beta LC. Is so beta LC is constant commutation lead angle. So that is supplied the firing pulses to the load commutated inverter in such a way that is also considered the sign of the error, speed error. So sign of the speed error is positive, this will give one operation. Sign of the speed error is negative, this will give the another operation. That means there are two options, either motoring operations or braking operation. So another is speed is sensed here. The speed is to be sensed, the actual speed of the motor is sensed. The speed is sensed through a tachometers, otherwise a terminal voltage sensors same as to that of the induced voltages, and you set the some reference speed. So always comparing the reference speed with the actual speed. So the speed error is positive. For example, the speed error is positive. That means that reference speed is increases higher than the actual speed. The speed error is positive. This here the beta LC is set a motoring operation. See here, already we discussed about the during this shifting of the reference pulses into the firing circuit. So during this time, this also consider the sign of error, speed error. Yes, this sign of speed error is also considered. So when the reference speed is during the comparison of the reference speed as well as actual speed, and speed error is positive, so the sign is positive, this gives the motoring operation. This is motoring operation at that time, gives uh, the it operated as a converter. Yes. Next, similarly, if the comparison of the actual speed and reference speed, the speed error is negative. The speed error is negative. So BLC sets the regenerative braking operation per motor, and therefore it deaccelerates. Yes. So when speed error changes sign, the beta LC, L is set per motoring operation and the drive settled at the desired speed. Yes. So simply says that this is the original system which is discussed in earlier case, and there are two loops. One is the current loop, another one is speed loop. Current loop always regulates the current, and this regulated current is forwarded to the inverter and then synchronous motor. And this is this terminal voltage sensor sense the voltage pulses or reference pulses same as to that of the induced voltages, otherwise tachometers for speed sensing. This reference pulses is compared, and the reference pulses is forwarded to phase till it shifts into the firing circuit BLC, that also considered the sign of the error. Yes. So therefore this operation is here, and I am giving one more theoretical explanation about this, what I discussed so far. See here, the same explanation here. You go through it, it is very clear. Yes. So this is about the constant marginal angle control, otherwise closed loop speed control of load commutated inverter fed synchronous motor. Yes. So followed by one more problem which belongs to the asynchronous motors V by F control. So a synchronous motor is controlled by a load commutated inverter which is fed from a line commutated converter. The source side is 6.6 volts 50 H. LCI operates at a constant firing angle alpha L of 140 degrees and rectifying alpha L is 0 degrees. DC link inductor resistance RD is 0.2 ohms. The drive operates in self-control mode with constant V by F ratio. The motor has the following parameters: 10 megawatt 3 phase 6.6 kV 6 pole 50 H unity power factor star connected, and X synchronous reactance is equal to 2.6 ohms and RS is equal to 0, that is negligible. Determine source side converter firing angle for motor operation at rated current and 500 RPM. What will be the power delivered by the motor? So that means that first one is motoring operation. At that time, what is the firing angle of the source side converter? Alpha is. And also he asked that what will be the power delivered by the motor? Power delivered by the motor during braking operation is, so let us see, at 50 H 6 poles, synchronous speed is 1000 rpm. It is a star connected system, is 6.6 kV by root 3. It is the 3810.5 volts, excess is equal to 2.6 ohms. So therefore the power P is equal to 3 V Is cos phi. From this calculate the value of Is, which is the 874.77 amperes. And there is a relation between the source current and DC link current. Id is equal to pi by root 6 into Is. Is, so otherwise Is is equal to root 6 by pi into Id. This is the relation between the source current and DC link current, and calculating this it has a 1121.93 amperes. Is, so the LCA operates at alpha L is equal to 140 degrees. Therefore the phase angle phi between minus Is and V will be 140 degrees. So therefore pi is equal to 180 minus 140, it is the 40 degrees. At speed of 500 rpm, the frequency has to be reduced half. Yes, this is the speed per 1000. 50 Hz is the frequency, 50 Hz is the speed of 1000 rpm, and 25 Hz is the speed of 500. And V per phase in this case, 25 divided by 50 into 3810. So 1905.25 volts. So therefore calculate the power. Power is equal to 3 V phase Is cos phi. All parameters are available. Is, all parameters are available. Then calculate the power, 3.83 megawatts. Yes. So for load side commutated inverter, VDL is equal to, this formula already derived in the even in the induction motor drive, VD2, that is the 3 root 6 by pi V phase cos alpha. So 3 root 6 by pi V phase is calculated, cos alpha 140. So it is the minus 3004 13.91 volts. So therefore VDS is equal to minus VDL plus, so there is a, yes, so minus VDL plus IDRD. IDRD is the drop in DC link. So it is the minus of minus plus 3013.91 volts plus ID is 1121.93 into RD 0.2. So this has the value of the VDS. We also know that VDS is equal to 3 root 6 by pi V phase cos alpha S. So substituting all the values, cos alpha S is equal to 0.4181, alpha S is equal to 65.9 degrees. So obviously we can easily recognize alpha L is 140 degrees. That means that load side converter works as an inverter, in the sense obviously source side converter act as a rectifier. So rectifier in the sense the alpha is always less than 90 degrees. So we agree that the first converter firing angle is less than 90 degrees. It is the 65.9 degrees. So he also, this is the first bit, and also asked power delivered by the motor. Power delivered by the motor at 500 rpm. So therefore Is calculated, Id calculated, F calculated is half. So V phase is equal 25 by this. The voltage is also known. Is, so when rectifying, alpha L is 0. Alpha L is equal to 0. The machine operates at phi is equal to 0 degrees, means unity power pi. Therefore P is equal to 3 V phase Is cos pi. So substituting all the values, it has an value of 4.99 megawatts. So therefore power delivered by the motor, that is the power generated minus the drop in DC link, which is equal to P minus ID square RD. So that is the power delivered. Substituting these values, so this will have a 4.738 megawatts. So students, so this is the today's class. So into this class, the self-controlled synchronous motor drive fed with a load commutated converter, load commutated inverter, and its closed loop operation is also known as marginal angle control, and the problem belongs to the load commutated inverters clearly discussed in this class. Thank you one and all. We will meet in the interactive session at afternoon at 3 p.m. Thank you.